Mancloud's been having such a rough season, you're almost not afraid of that champion here. Whereas Shiphtur would be happy to grab that later on if XDG don't first pick it.
Yeah, I don't feel like Team Coast are a team that would ban Kassadin in this situation. LeBlanc is off the field, and Lulu's still up. So they actually do leave it up.
And it's going to be the Lulu. There we go. It took 6 seconds for Benny to realize, yep, that is what we want there. Now, we did see Lulu come in as a late support pick. Right, we saw it first pick earlier today and actually went to support, and LeBlanc went in for mid. So I guess a theoretical possibility here that Lulu doesn't lock out XDG from picking a new mid laner. But Coast might wait to pick their mid for a while.
The jungle bans from Coast are very interesting. Going with Pantheon and Elise. Yeah, so they take away the Lee Sin. The jungle bans both targeted for Xmithie, and then taking away Lee Sin is taking away another one for him. But that's a ZionSpartan.
Yes.
Lee Sin. That's not a jungle Lee Sin for Coast. Up top, you know, Zion has run away with games. He's a beast with that level 1 or the 1v1 Lee Sin. And it's a split pushing strategy for them when he rushes that Hydra.
And think about the bans they put in. Renekton, the best early game laner in the top lane. Pantheon and Elise, 2 of the strongest early game junglers, plus the Lee Sin, of course, stolen away from Xmithie. It's going to be so much harder for him to actually bail Benny out of that lane if that is ZionSpartan aggro top lane.
It is a very well orchestrated early draft phase here from Team Coast, it looks like. But in order to get that, they had to give up a mid lane Lulu, which is very, very strong at the moment. And then Sivir pick here for Zuna is also very powerful. Now, this time around, I think he'll be going with at least one defensive item, because last time he had a rough go surviving in the end game, even though building 6 offensive items is going to do that for you.
Yeah.
Sivir very short attack range. We'll have to see if he does make that adjustment to his late game.
I feel like this is okay for Coast, though. They can pick up a more aggressive laners. The jungle, Evelyn coming through as well. Lantern Evelyn gangs tend to be pretty strong with Lucian there as well.
Talk about early game.
Put on some lane pressure. Yeah, Coast have some great lanes coming into this.
Their early game looking very powerful here. I think Coast are looking to end this one much earlier than usual. Now, a Trundle pick against Lee Sin. Not a big fan of that one.
The Trundle or Jace?
Going back to it here. Benny's been a pretty big fan of that champion as well.
Going to be Trundle here for the top lane for Benny.
Now, Zion definitely built offensively Sin, so not that much to steal away. And Evelyn relies a lot on her shield, so can't steal that away either. Most Evelyns have been building defensive items after the Lizard Elder, though, so towards the late game, then he'll have some pretty good targets for it. But even mid-game, not that much for him to steal, and it'll be up to Zion to see if he can bully Benny.
The thing is, the team is set up actually to allow Kassadin here. Because the lanes are good enough, they can push. But there's not going to be, it's going to be the 3rd time Kassadin goes through not picked or banned in the NA LCS. And it's the Ziggs here for Coast. So all lanes good at pushing, good at early aggression. Coast full court press.
They exactly. You don't want to have 2 lanes playing a different game than your mid lane. Even though Kassadin's a strong champion, one of Shiphtur's favorites, they didn't have success on him last time, and that would sort of just throw their whole game plan sort of off kilter just to incorporate that one champion that's got this sort of mystery around him and this reputation for being a game-winning champion.
The teams are just done with it now.
So Coast, they stick to the plan. They don't pick up Kassadin, and they have all very strong early lanes here. That does will have to translate into some early pressure, though. You can't play defensively with this setup.
No, not at all. So we'll see Coast try to come out swinging. They are 2-0 against XDG on the season. We'll see if they can make it a 3rd. The game's just about to get underway, so let's see who you guys voted to win. And according to LOL Esports, 76% of you think that Coast are going to be victorious. And this has got to be one of their biggest vote margins in the history of the team.
Yeah. Team Coast definitely don't get a lot of those winning votes. This is a pretty big landslide as far as they're concerned. And they deserve it. I mean, their record so far in Super Week has been really good. They've been winning a lot of their previous games. Dropped a couple recently, but they coming into this, they were looking very strong.
Yeah, Coast sitting around 5th place right there. XDG, bottom of the table right now in 8th. They got to make their way back up here. They've got at least 2 games to go, I believe. to catch Curse and EG on this one. So a road ahead for these guys for sure. We'll see if they can do it. Around 11 games left per team in this season. See if they can make it happen. Here we go on to the Rift. XDG in blue, Coast in red. Neither team matching their team logo's colors.
All right, so early game is going to look like Where's Evelyn? This is the hide and seek matchup here. XDG going to try and get vision down deep in the jungle at the camps, try and get those defensive pink wards up. And if Xmithie, you know, he's new coming back to the jungle, theoretically he knows what to do against Evelyn. But in practice, it is a bit more difficult. We'll have to see how good Xmithie is at tracking down Nintendude and warning his team, you know, to her movements here. So far, it's pretty close.
Yeah.
Tracked her all the way right here to the river.
And everybody's actually squaring off against each other 1-to-1 down the entire line.
Yeah, lanes are matched up perfectly. Great job.
Supports and AD carries, though, are swapped. That's just unfortunate. They could have matched their portraits on the side. Scumbags didn't do it. Shiphtur eating some bombs, burping for it. I'm just surprised you can eat them and take no damage, but everyone else gets hurt by them really badly. It's like, how strong are his intestines?
Ooh, don't want to know about his bowel movements.
Xmithie, Nintendude. I don't believe Nintendude gets spotted as we know Smith's coming in. There he goes. The Q comes out. All right, that's a trinket ward.
Xmithie does start it out with the early ward that does not get over the wall.
Was he trying to?
It will give pretty good... no, he definitely was trying to because it doesn't give vision of the Wraith camp. Okay. That does not help. That ward right there does not help you against Evelyn. You have to get it in vision inside one of the camps because, well, actually, after leaving a camp, she'll still be visible for a while. So it does give them some help.
Well, Sheep ordered in a half HP, though. The early trade didn't work so well.
Now,
Nintendude red buff done, Xmithie got blue.
The thing about that ward, though, is that Nintendude saw him put it down. So even though, you know, Evelyn will stay visible after completing a camp, he knows it's there, and he won't be exiting by that ward. So he can work around it very easily.
Probably be okay with this one. Benny now. Happy to chill there in this top lane. Lee Sin versus Trundle, I feel like it's going to be a very important matchup. It's worth noting that Benny opened Doran's Shield, which did get nerfed in 4.3 versus the Doran's Blade of ZionSpartan. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Daydreamin opened with the weakened Doran's Shield as well, so he really wants the combat stats.
Yeah, pretty big buff to aggressive lanes, I think. Change to Doran's. And the extra gold from that Targon. We'll have to see if it pays off because they're already ahead in CS. Sivir and Leona lane, of course, wanting to shove as early as possible. Now, shoving lanes, though, very dangerous against an Evelyn because they don't have any pink wards. There'll be no way for them to get vision. They don't have any deep wards inside the jungle. They have no idea where Nintendude could be.
Well, here we go. Xmithie.
He's expecting the gank bottom. This is a counter gank he's prepping for.
Yeah.
Because this is the lane that pushed, you know.
Yeah, and think about it.
The gut reaction of junglers is to go gank the lanes that shoved up all the way. And so Xmithie, trying to count on that, has put himself into a position to counter gank.
Yeah, and when we talk about Evelyn, we talk about getting deep wards down in her camps, getting pink wards around there. XG doesn't have that yet. So he sat there taking a couple seconds with an Nintendude who wasn't even on that side of the map. Mancloud now in mid, doesn't know about this. The soundtrack's going to knock him into Nintendude. Nice damage there. Bouncing bomb as well. Flash by Mancloud. That gank worked.
All right, so similar to Reggie's Lulu last game, I think Mancloud will start playing a little bit safer. Definitely going to want more deep ward coverage about that Evelyn. But for now, it's going to have to be safe and go for CS rather than harass, I think.
Mancloud's going to get rid of his minions for now. He's going to be all right. I really do like the move by Shiphtur, though. I know like a long time ago we increased how far you push someone with the W on enemies. And he pushed them right in.
Yeah,
to
for
Nintendude.
setting up ganks. That's amazing.
Yeah. Oh, the hook lands onto Zuna. Double piercing light from WizFujiiN. Now goes on towards Sheep. Flay in there as well, but that is a fairly tanky Leona. WizFujiiN wants to go for Zuna instead. Wise choice. Now the top lane under fire. Benny has burned Flash. Can he go down? Nintendude trying to chase down with the W on. Dodge the Q. 100 health left. 200, I should say. And they can't chase down the Q juke. What kept him alive?
Yeah, exactly. Great juke from him. Staying alive. But top lane going to be shoved into the turret. He will lose out. So this gold lead here is going to start increasing for Zion, as well as experience. He can actually sustain very, very well with his Iron Will and not have to go back. And he can just keep this experience advantage and press it. Or he can go back and purchase, try and get the item advantage first. Either way, he's going to come out on top.
5 minion kill lead, Doran's Blade, and a cloth armor picked up for Benny was his pickup. It's going to be the pickaxe and some wards for ZionSpartan. He is, by the way, maxing his E right now. 2 points at level 4.
Yeah, that's extremely common with top lane Lee Sin.
Yeah.
Pretty much almost all of them do that. Helps him wave clear as well. So he's definitely going for that. Tiamat into the Hydra build. Good old split pushing Zion. He will be able to decimate waves.
You ever done Lizard Elder, Hydra, Lee Sin? You like full clear off jungle camps.
I don't play that much Lee Sin because I suck.
That's not true.
It is true. I actually suck at Lee Sin.
Oh, okay.
My mechanics are not that good. But I have done Lizard Elder into Tiamat / Hydra on Fiora Jungle.
Yeah.
That one's great because all you have to do is press R on somebody.
Hey, Lee Sin does that too. You just have to jump to 3 wards first.
Yeah, that's the part where I get hung up.
Ah, okay.
All right, this time he gets that good ward inside the Wraith camp, and they will be alerted to Nintendude's presence. So he can go for a safe gank on Zion up top, this one. This one by Xmithie, very well placed. He knows where the jungler is. This is a very safe gank up top. Even though his laner is losing, it'll be a 2 versus 1. Zion's got to think something is up now. Why is Benny going so aggro?
Benny taking a whole bunch of damage, too.
Man.
He's got nowhere to go.
Oh,
the
he takes it.
Thank you.
Oh, he takes
Xmithie.
it. Benny did so much work there.
Hey, man, you got to just finish the job. It's all right. Xmithie, 400 gold for himself.
Man, that was excessive, too. Just a fully charged up Vault Breaker to the back of the head. Ugh. Straight to the dome. Zion goes down.
All right, so mid lane now. Going to this one. Honestly, that one's going very equal there. Mancloud the hook. Ooh, almost onto Zuna. Gets the pardon for that one. Gonna be all right. Coast still holding back on this side. They're gonna have the minion lead though. You're seeing this 50 to 46 for the AD carry with a wave still here for WizFujiiN. So I'm liking the Coast bottom lane so far, but keep in mind that Sheep does have a GP10, so there's some extra gold there that's not getting. I guess it is getting stated in minion kills.
Yeah, and this should be minion kills are showing up there for the AD carry. So
yeah, but I guess Sheep's gold lead itself from his GP10 is just his minion score.
Yeah,
makes it really easy to track that one. It's like 200-ish gold.
Zion, though, he's not giving up the aggression in the top lane, even though he was just successfully ganked. Returns the shoving. It's the way he's got to go. The build that he's taking. Have to keep that up.
So blue buff now to Shiphtur. He's got to get this pressure going. Honestly, going equal with Mancloud is, I think, not a state Shiphtur really wants here. One of the mid laners has been having a rough time so far this season. Mancloud now also roaming up top. ZionSpartan's getting more ganks from XDG than from his own team.
Yeah, they are targeting him. They know he's the carry. They know that he's vulnerable now with no flash still up. No flash last time, no flash this time.
Trinket he can jump to. Waits for the minions knocked up in the air. He's going to try to get away from this one, but too much damage coming through, and the gigantic Trundle knocks him out.
Man, you say that was a very good roam. I think they need a lot more wards here from Coast. I mean, that's the second time that path through their own jungle has been taken. As a top laner, Zion's got to be crying, hey guys, I can only ward so many spots up here. Shiphtur needs a ward as well. Somebody needs a ward. That right there!
Look for Mancloud. Nintendo gets stopped up there by Xmithie. A little bit of damage coming back. And you're right, that ward path, like that's a common pink ward spot for the defensive team.
Yep.
Like a lot of teams put a ward down there. Coast neglecting to, leaving ZionSpartan alone. Not a good start for these guys. 2-0. 1,600 gold lead for XDG. See what else these guys can pick up. Bottom lane still stagnant. Mid lane as well. Really all the action just is in that Benny versus ZionSpartan lane. Everything's been going on so far. 9.5 minutes in. No turrets, no dragons under pressure either.
Well, Nintendude has picked up a lot of wards here. He's got a lot of vision in his inventory for the team, but he has to place it still. And he's also looking for some successful ganks now. His ulti is down from that mid lane skirmish. And he's also spending time clearing out the pink ward, so no successful gank down bottom, but he should be able to get some vision.
And Shiphtur's finally starting to win his matchup as well. Now, I know Ziggs' wave clear got nerfed this patch. The mines no longer all deal full damage to minions, so that goes down a little bit. Gonna jump back away from this one. But he's getting pressure on the turret there. He's got a 10-ish minion kill lead. He's going to be close to Athene's when he recalls as well. So we might see Shiphtur start turning a lead finally now at around level 9.
Intended with the patience gank.
All right.
Now it's up to Daydreamin to land some spells. They don't go in for it.
Nope.
Fearing the counter gank.
They knew Vi was mid.
Interesting.
They saw him clear the wave.
They just don't feel strong enough.
Maybe not. Solar Flare is a scary thing. Tier 2 GP10 picked up now for both supports, but a Ruby Crystal already there for Sheep. He's going to be happy going towards the Sightstone a bit earlier than Daydreamin would. Daydreamin still sitting on his Doran shield. Bigger minion kill lead now for the AD carries, 92 to 78. They are tracked. Now, wow, the full whiff though. Engage, not even going to happen. Double ults for nothing.
Yeah, now it's prime time for a gank down bottom from Nintendude. No ults available from XDG. This should be a very easy follow-up here. Even with Xmithie in the area here, you know, the ward from Tribush really paying off. But Xmithie was able to drop off there.
You guys Zuna still taking damage though. Man, BS Sword, both AD carries, wards, keeping these guys in good shape as you say. Xmithie Mancloud. Okay, Mancloud gets that one. That's fine. He's going to take a race for a while.
Did he aggro Dragon? It looks like he pulled it out.
Yeah, they're going for it. Off the push.
He's trying to do it here. They know that there are no ultimates available, as we said. There we go. Pink ward down. That's what he was saving it for.
Well,
he knows it's clear.
XDG just put a ward down. ZionSpartan also in a bad spot. Has to kick Benny back. He's losing this lane with his Tiamat.
I mean, 2 ganks. One from jungler, one from the mid lane. It's no surprise, really, that he is losing now. A lot of attention being paid to that top lane from XDG. No surprise.
Nintendo sweeps a ward away again, but XDG, honestly, they know no one can take this one. Evelynn is not Elise. Can't really solo the dragon. Hook goes through, lands onto Sheep. Don't keep the ward alive. Sorry, guys. That one goes down anyway.
Xmithie, you know, he's been seen out, but really clearing the pink ward is reward enough from this move from him.
And remember, the buffs are spawning again soon, too. We're 12 minutes into the second rotation of jungle buffs. We'll see that the only lane that's really winning, though, is the top lane, and I feel like we don't see invades towards, like, Coast Red buff much, if ever.
I don't think we're going to see blue invades from them either, because, you know, Zion's losing up there now with all the ganks, so I don't think they're going to go very aggressive. Since Xmithie is new to the jungle, he is not really making those calls right now either. They're just, everybody's playing fairly defensively now. I mean, XDG are happy to roll with this early game. When you're going up against Lee Sin lane, Evelynn jungle, all these bully lanes from Coast, they're very happy with how it's starting out. XDG are.
XDG definitely looking great. I mean, Benny, like, if he gets too tall to fight, like, there's nothing for Zion to do. I mean, Lee Sin, we talk about it, kind of needs to snowball. Coast.
Instead of the blue buff, they time that one. They know the jungler probably went top. They're burning it down.
And they buy it off the recall from XDG's bottom lane. So Zuna gets a Bloodthirster, Coast gets a Dragon. See if that pays off for these guys, because there's an item deficit down in the bottom lane until WizFujiiN can get back to base as well. But that gives XDG time to push the bottom lane with no defense.
Yeah, it's a pretty big wave here, though. They don't actually decide to shove it hard, so pretty much all works out for Coast there. The only thing they lost out was mid lane, bit of damage here. Kennen minion tanked most of it, so he didn't even lose that many creeps of that wave.
Wow.
Pretty much all coming up for Team Coast here. Zion, he's had a hard time up there. He wants to make some roaming plays.
He's looking for the mid lane. Goes back, can't find anything. Not too much there. And yeah, XDG froze that lane. They basically gave Coast carte blanche to recall there and not get punished, so we'll see. We'll see. Benny, ZionSpartan still top lane. A full level lead, though, for Benny's Trundle. Honestly, Zion just trying to play damage control here. Down 30 minions in this lane. Not where Coast wanted to be, but maybe the win can come from their AD carry. Still holding a small minion lead there. Of course, the Dragon, again, putting the team within 1,000 gold. That is worth keeping in mind. Other than the top lane fights.
Did you see that pink ward? Walked right by it.
Benny, Zion still in the fight. Half HP for both. You can see that Zion can answer back a little bit.
Down bottom, though. Man, they just walked right by that pink ward, so Coast make the call to back off and the long range wave clear. Pretty much all outplays here from Coast. I think that Mancloud really needs to walk into that bush as he's passing by.
Yeah. Get rid of some of that extra vision there. Help him keeping the team safe. Mancloud goes for the harass onto Shiphtur. That does hurt a little bit. These mid laners just trading minions back and forth. Athene's done on both these guys. Not trying to fight. 15 minutes in, 1 dragon goes down, 2 kills. A heck of a lot more minions so far for these guys. Coast playing a very different game from what we're used to. Solo lanes crush their lanes super hard. They play fast and aggressive, an early game team. Hook on Zuna's dodge, and there comes the hard engage. They're going to find Daydreamin caught sleeping. He goes down. Nintendude running away now. Zuna trying to chase through the box and can't do it with WizFujiiN. Firing back, avenging his support a little bit. Senna as well. Not getting much for it.
Xmithie gets off the successful gank here. Nintendude causes the lane to go aggressive, being in the area. Easy turnaround there for XDG. Rewards them with a turret as well.
There we go. The first signs of aggression again for XDG. Again, they make the bottom lane happen. Benny, though, forced to recall top lane. Does give some time to ZionSpartan. He might take this turret down.
Doing work on it. Does not want to leave. Benny not taking teleport this time around, so that extra repositioning not there. Solar Flare from Chief have really been on point, I have to say. And, you know, with the Thresh going in for the hook, pretty easy to land that one since he does not move while he's winding it up.
It's good reflexes, though, by Zuna. Blocking hooks can be, even though the wind-up is long, you still want to know what's going towards you. And that was some good reflexes there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's good. It's not like mind-blowing, but it's like that was good play by Zuna as well.
Solid.
I just give props where they're due.
Good.
Yeah. You make a funny joke, I'll give you a high five. That's how it works. But Benny now, chilling in the top lane, has his Ruin King. 1 kill was stolen from him. That was Xmithie doing that. Other one went to him when Mancloud roamed. Hydra, though, is done for ZionSpartan. That means Lee Sin has crazy sustain values. And Zion does have 3 points now in Safeguard Iron Will, so he has 15% bonus lifesteal when he wants it.
He does have a repeat visit here from Vi, though. Thankfully, this time he's got plenty of wards, knows that it's coming. Probably going to have to just abandon his turret, though.
Ziggs ulti is available, but he's not in range to wave clear the top lane. This might mean the turret. Zion's going to go for this one, lands the slow, clears the minions, and knocks Benny into the wall! Benny flashes away, he does survive. Zion, though, in a battle with Xmithie, not going to like that one. In comes Nintendu, does he have the damage? Hexdrinker pop 200 health, left on Xmithie, the flash in, Shiphtur ulti as well, he catches him with it! Nope. Zion, well, Nintendu catches him, period.
Airball. There's nobody left there to catch it. But yeah, so Zion right there making a play for himself. Even though he's been down, talking about wave clear, he could wave clear at his turret just as successfully as he can in the lane. And Benny did not expect that one. Getting caught under the turret there out. Looks like the ulti from Zuna.
Oh, the stun hits Shiphtur, not in a good spot. Down he goes. Mancloud getting the kill credit. 1-0 and 1. XDG making a lot of plays here.
Yeah, they're starting to take over this mid game. Another turret goes down for XDG. Every single inch of map that they can get is going to be a lot for them because they've got the Sivir. They can chase people down so easily. With this reduced territory for Coast to work with, it will be hard for them to make rotations in mid. And even though the first one doesn't hit there, they make the long chase. We've seen this many times with On the Hunt, chasing super deep.
Sometimes with a flash Rune Prism from Rise, sometimes just chasing it after a Solar Flare, but a lot of times it does work out. Zuna picked that champion up early on. They went for Lulu first, but then they're like, yes, please give us
pings onto Nintendude.
Champions. Uh-oh. Gotta be careful of that one. Ping the blue at the very least. XDG, I think, are going to try to contest, but it'll be hard for them to steal this buff away.
Oh, they want to. They're rushing for it. Shiphtur barely gets it with the satchel charge.
Man, if Sheep stole that with his E, that'd be awesome.
Well, they're about to go for Dragon here, too. Zion is making his way down.
Nintendu has a lantern, takes it in time. Ziggs Bomb going to drop some health bars as well. XDG, though, are more or less in position for Dragon. They want to try for this one. Zion and Benny meet each other in the mid lane. Zion, can he win this fight? Benny, huge damage early on. Pops the Ignite as well. Zion really forced to run away.
He just got punked. That's what we call that.
Yeah.
Now, Dragon should be in XDG's control now. since Zion is so low. Zion really needs to go lifesteal off some creeps.
Benny doesn't control the mid lane though, so nowhere even really for Zion to go. He's going to lifesteal off the Wraith camp there. Alright, that's fine, I suppose. XDG rotating back to the mid lane as well. Zuna and Mancloud showing most of the farm. By the way, guys, when your support has a Face the Mountain, Targon's Brace, things like that, and they have those little blue swirly things around them, let them last hit the minions. It doesn't hurt you to let them kill those.
This is a PSA?
PSA.
Freak.
Did you know support sometimes buy items that you care about? If you want to get Mikhail's healed, let them last hit with the Targon's Brace.
It's a two-way street here.
Yeah.
Money for me is also money for you. Oh no, Shiphtur under attack again.
Lichbane, oh, here comes in the Evelyn, the knockout from Mancloud though. Trying to get away, lands the one-man Glitter Lance. That's enough to get him out.
So look at these triple pink wards from XDG. Up and down the river. They've got pretty good coverage nowadays. And they've been able to slowly creep into this blue side jungle as well. Controlling the blue side of Ziggs is very important if XDG want to ever get a push going. Because even though his wave clear was nerfed, it's still ridiculously strong.
Gonna go for the second tier mid lane turret.
Scaring
Now
him
the
off.
flash in from Xmithie, go for it. They find the kill on a Shiphtur. Wow, big dive right there. Nintendude forced to kind of run away a little bit, but now he's chasing on to Sheep. Shield in from Daydreamin. Sheep running away, has a team to support him soon, but they're not around just yet. There's the flash, the Q. Woof. Pushing him away.
Nice shot there from Zuna.
Yeah.
So they control Ziggs' blue buff. They just kill him and take it off his dead body.
There you go. No longer Shifters at all. Shifters 0-2-0, by the way. Much worse performance than not only his showings early this week, but also against XDG as a team. Honestly, XDG stepping up a lot better this time. They said in the video they had to slow down ZionSpartan. They did, but they're also taking down the other solo laner of Shiphtur, so XDG doing a lot right this game.
Uh-oh. There's a big rotation up top for XDG. The last outer turret, pretty good target for them. Zion's got to be careful.
Mancloud, there's the kick backwards. Yeah, and he's got nowhere to go. Down he goes.
Yeah, so
kill credit.
When coasts are behind like this, really they're still kind of in the solo queue. Everybody just try and grab farm wherever you can, no matter where it is on the map. You know, they get a little lazy. They don't have defensive ward coverage. They don't have the vision. They can't see XDG when they're making these movements from the map on coast side of the jungle. And Zion does get caught out up top. Shiphtur gets caught out towards the red side jungle here. Everybody getting caught out.
Nintendu got nowhere to go. Ziggs Bomb comes to help, but it doesn't even matter. Down goes Evelyn. 4 seconds from his ultimate, though that wouldn't have saved him either, I don't think. Top lane siege going from Zuna. Mancloud joining him is going to be a couple of turrets going down. Top lane tier 2 will fall. Traded, though, for the outer in the bottom lane. Got WizFujiiN on the solo push.
Very well executed game plan from XDG. They wanted to focus the solo lanes. They successfully did that. But on the other hand, Coast could have prevented a lot of this with a couple extra wards.
Yeah.
If they had vision of these movements from XDG trying to make their pathing up towards that top side, they could have avoided some early deaths from Zion, could have avoided some of those picks in the red side jungle.
Now Smith is going to look for WizFujiiN, gets the ulti onto him. Does he have the damage he needs to make it happen? WizFujiiN put a bit of damage, well outstatted here. Ooh, yeah, he's gone. Yeah, that works.
Xmithie bans. He's back in the jungle, and looks like he is right at home.
Doing a great job. 9-1 now in this game. Mancloud, I gotta say, I feel like this might be his best game of the split so far. 3-0-2, 216 minions. Held up against Shiphtur, one of the best mid laners in North America, and did it well getting camped by an Evelyn. Remember, he lost his flash at like level 3, and still held up in lane. Made the roams as well. Gotta say, everyone's showing up quite nicely. Even Sheep's having great engage as a new player on the team.
Yeah, I think that's a big part there. Mancloud, he's chipping in with the game plan. He did his part to keep Zion down as well. And all the members of XDG, as you said, working towards the same goal here. Now, to finish this out here, mid-game. They're approaching mid-game. They've got a nice lead. This has been the case several times for XDG. But they have to keep it up. One solar player does get a box and a Shirelia active, or a talisman active.
Yep. All right, they're okay though. Nothing quite found. Everyone going back to square one there. Phase of the mountain done for Sheep, about 200 points
Here comes
worth
Benny.
of shield.
Ooh, they're rotating down behind him.
Takes the lantern, goes away, but you've got a Vi still on the backside. Nintendude, he can't be seen just yet, but he's a squishy man. He's got to be careful on Evelyn.
Uh-oh, Daydreamin gonna have to flash. He has no flash.
Slay goes in, dive from Sheep. Here comes the fight. Who's going to do the damage? The Inferno Bomb comes through the Lulu while doing a whole lot. Sheep goes down first, actually, 1 for 1 in this battle. Xmithie in the back line. Does WizFujiiN have the damage? He just might. Yes, 2 for 1, 2 for...
Oh,
no! Zion! Oh, with the flash, he lives. That fight actually goes to Coast.
Coast really happy with that one. The fight in their own jungle. Daydreamin out of position, doesn't matter. They turn it right back around. Zion with some very fancy moves there to stay alive. It's a small, small step back in the right direction for Coast. They're very happy with this one because it also allows them to farm 2 lanes at once. Zion, as you said, he can obliterate those minion waves. Able to get a lot of money up top as well from the team fight. So they thought they got Daydreamin all out of position here. But since it's only 3 members initially collapsing, a little bit slow there from XDG, they actually get turned around on. And Shiphtur with Ziggs does so much damage in these confined areas. Look at that Iron Will. Barely keep it alive. The flash at the boomerang at his back. What is that?
Oh, and a Glitter Lance
40
missed too.
HP.
Yeah, the shields there are going to be worth about 200 at that rank. He would have died to Glitter Lance if he didn't dodge that one, though. So nicely played there. Dragon, though, does go to XDG, so Coast didn't rest much map control for that.
Yeah.
We're still sitting at 6,000 gold, putting XDG in the lead. Sizable lead for these guys. And they're starting to control towards Baron. They've got 2 sweepers in the team. Coast run away from a ward. They are afraid this game.
He turned around and whacked it once. There, they're going to get their vengeance.
All right. WizFujiiN on the split push side. It's interesting because Zion's having such a rough game. I feel like WizFujiiN, more than anyone, is the man split pushing so far. He got 2 turrets bottom lane, 2/3 of his team's turrets. Doing what he can here. But Sheep, waiting for someone. Needs a teammate for these stacks.
When it come, I have cash to give you.
PSA number 2.
Free
Help
money.
your support.
Free money in the mid lane. It's a cannon minion, too. Oh, somebody
so
wants
much free
that.
money. Come on,
Zuna's
guys.
coming. Zuna coming.
Zuna, check yourself.
Oh, he didn't
All right.
get. I don't think he got the cannon.
He got 2 because you have 4 stacks
Oh,
with
ooh,
Face
okay,
the Mountain.
okay.
He's all right. He's all right. We're
Close
good. Yeah, Zuna nearly scumbag and his teammates. Goes for the ulti. Lantern. Can't. There we go. That was close. You can override Lantern with another move block, but they hit him a little bit too early. And then you got out. That was close.
They're bullying out of their own side red jungle, though. This is supposed to be Coast territory, but look at all the pink and green wards from
WizFujiiN.
XDG.
Nuh-uh. You're not going to like this one.
Oh,
he
he
dodges
missed
it. Wow.
So Pix is a very, very interesting dodge here. To be able to dodge the Glitter Lance coming from Pix, you have to train yourself to watch the little floaty dragon there. And WizFujiiN did a very good job. I mean, keeping track of that thing is not easy when you're in the heat of things. So good job by him.
Keep it in mind. ZionSpartan, though, still looking a bit aggressive off of 1 offensive item. Goes for a Ninja Tabby and then a Negatron. Ninja Tabby, Rendwin's Omen, and a Negatron.
Oh, he gets caught by that one and cleanses it with his dash.
It's all right. Going to be safe here. Benny sweeping away. A lot of pink wards still down. XDG doing a great job with vision control. I do have to point that out for these guys.
Yeah, they've got it down, but they still have to make something happen with it. I mean, closing out games have been the downfall of XDG.
True.
So they're making the move now. This is the decisive call. They've established ridiculous vision of this top side. And the pinks come out from Coast.
They see that Coast is coming over. Pink ward by Nintendo. It's all he could have put down. Gonna get killed really quickly.
He really wants to go get it.
He'll get it. He's safe. Kills it with excessive force. That's fine. Doesn't do any bonus damage, but that's okay. Back to a bit of a waiting game. 6,000 gold still for XDG. 6,000 does mean less and less over time, but right now that's still a very meaningful difference. You actually have equal tank stats for both top laners. Look at Benny versus ZionSpartan. Same items, save for their attack damage build. So
yeah, just a little home guard upgrade there.
Zion actually got a CS lead back and has 2 kills. Honestly, that man's recovered pretty well.
I mean, yeah, he was able to go farm a couple waves after that team fight with his Hydra.
So Zion's like kind of back in, although I feel like Trundle has a better late game than Lee Sin.
Much better. So even CS, not the best deal here. XDG, though, they still have to make one of those decisive plays. Kind of floundering around. They've got a great lead, though. If they can catch somebody at a red buff.
They caught the wards at the red buff. Those are gone. Coast sitting on a pink ward themselves. They know at least this brush is safe. But watch out. There comes the engage. Double stun onto Daydreamin. Can he stay alive for much of anything? Puts the box down, running away. 1 for 0. And Nintendude running away in the front lines. He's going to be just barely surviving, but a 1 for 0 for XDG. The ward battle goes down, but the fight is won by XDG here.
Daydreamin down. They use everything right there. They really wanted to catch somebody. And they did. But man, all ultis down. Every single one from XDG. And they just killed the support. Objectives are what they really want. So, deal 2-man Baron here. Love it when your top laner's got to play to the Ruined King as jungler, because it makes this a feasible game plan. But looks like Nintendude's got some ideas of his own.
He doesn't have flash though, so he can't steal this without going all the way around. Should know that Mancloud's around. Sheep helping
screen defense here.
They're not around
pretty well.
This looks like XDG's Baron right here.
Yeah. No scrying orbs available.
How dare you not buy scrying orbs, guys? We've talked about it all the time. There we go. Baron Nashor slain. 1 of 1 there. 31.5 minutes in. XDG looking pretty good here. 8,000 gold now putting them ahead. Blue buff going to go to Mancloud. And it's been a slow, controlled game for these guys. Their game plan was kill ZionSpartan. They did that early game.
Yeah. And
now they're to sort of, all right, get vision control, take objectives, take the time it needs, win the game.
Well, now we're looking for some armor stacking. I'm expecting Trundle to be the point man for the tower dive when they decide to go for it. Because you're always looking for tower dives when your AD carry is Sivir. It's really short attack range, so Benny is a great option to start taking that turret aggro, because he can steal away extra armor in addition to whatever he builds himself. And we'll have to see when they decide to go for it. Will Coast even stick around at the secondary turrets, or are we going to have to wait for those ones to go down? Because you know XDG want to pull off a dive here. Having Thresh and Ziggs on your team to defend a dive is pretty good, though. Coast, fairly happy with the champion setup for this situation.
Not only are XDG up, 9,000 gold now, almost 10, they're also up about 8,000 gold-ish from the Baron stats as well. So big lead here that I feel like Coast, I mean, you asked, will they even defend their tier 2 turrets? I feel like that's a really risky proposition. They're down a lot of stats if they try.
Looks like they are trying, and Benny's split pushing, so they won't call for the dive. They instead want Benny to get his work done on the turret. Now that Zion answers, though, very interested to see if they actually complete this rotation and do the straight-up 5v5. Nobody knows. Where do we go?
Nobody knows. This looks like the mid lane right here. Benny, huge amount of attacks. We're going to take that turret down. Number 5 of the game. Only second-tier turret left is the bottom lane there. If XDG wants more, Xmithie going to happily tank a turret. Doesn't even care. Zuna going to come help out as well. Don't happy to be this one. Coast just a little bit slow on all these rotations. XDG again in control of this one.
Now, there you have it, Detective Freak. It has been solved. They did not want to defend the outer turrets.
Yeah.
They're going to set up camp at the inhibitor turrets.
Kobe, PI.
What is the next case? What are we on here?
Time before inhibitor death.
Ooh.
Kobe, PI, what is it?
40 minutes flat.
40 minutes flat.
It's going to go down.
All right, we'll see.
Yeah, but who's inhibitor freak? Could be XDG's going down, huh? You didn't say which.
That's fine. Either one. You get twice the chance to win now.
All right. Sweet.
Yeah. We'll see if you get to keep your PI badge. Do they even have badges? They're just civilians, right? They just name them. Like, do you even take a test? You just are a PI, right?
I don't know. I've only ever seen Sherlock Holmes, and he just has a funny hat. So as long as I get a funny hat, I'm good.
All right. I'll get you one if you get this right.
They are making the call, but Benny goes back to base. So we got a little bit more time to wait, and the Baron buff might actually expire here. What do they got? Yeah. It's almost timing out.
Pretty much done. So they're going to... They used as much Baron as they could. They took all the second-tier turrets down with that.
11K gold lead. They're really pushing it up there.
are doing what they can. They've got complete control of the jungle. Pink wards down in Coast's jungle this time. They've moved them all forward, basically.
Trying to get a giant sack of gold and then just drop that sack of gold on Coast and smash them with it.
You know, man, that would be painful. I mean, gold is at least a little bit soft. It's better than like getting hit with diamonds. Those are like sharp. But
oh God. Here we go. Tower dive happening. I called it right now.
Yeah.
He's got a GA.
Oh my gosh, Xmithie's in the front line. Benny there as well. The dive already coming in. Lulu ulti. Nintendude just gone. Evaporates from the fight. Benny is low though. Is the re-engage available for Coast? They're going to drop Mancloud down. They find one. They pop the GA. Uh-oh. It just might be the fight. Oh, a little bit early on the hook.
Flashes and the pillar to cut off the retreat there. All right. One man down. Fine. That's totally worth it. It was only Mancloud.
1 for 1, but turret for GA. So a little bit more grab maybe for XDG. Low health bars means they're just going to kill away some minions and then back on out. Now it's worth pointing out XDG has all 5 of their pink wards down on the map.
Yeah.
And 3 of them are fairly easily caught by Coast. If they got their map control back, they could sweep them away.
Technically, at this point of the game, all of the map outside of Coast's inhibitors is XDG territory. So I don't know how easy it will be, but let's take another look at this team fight. We zoom right in here. Everybody goes in on a Nintendo, bursts it down. Ziggs plus Thresh, as we said, it's a great anti-tower dive team here. They make great use of the box and all the Ziggs AoE to grab a kill, and as you said, the proc of the GA there. So it was a good defense from Coast because they didn't actually lose their inhibitor. But the real test, I think, with the slow way that XDG are playing, seems to be the second Baron spawn here. They're playing so slow, it seems like XDG are going to try that bait again. And that's why Coast are getting all the wards down on their red side jungle. It's going to be a long time here until XDG can clear out all that vision.
Well, see if they can get themselves there in time. Minute 20 until Baron, minute 30 until Dragon. And we just saw Scumbag Xmithie not respect the fact that Sheep could have killed that cannon minion. Oh well. WizFujiiN, ZionSpartan buddying up in the top jungle. Coast will know the Baron timer pretty well, and they'll know XDG is going to look for it. They spent a lot of time setting it up last time. They're going to try again. Coast are buddy systeming around. Hook not going to land anything. Xmithie clears away the ward pretty successfully.
Pink one here, too.
They're going to look for it. Banshee's Veil pop. There's the dive in towards the back line. Box is there. WizFujiiN, can he stay alive? Running towards the back. A lot of damage coming through. Who's going to do what? Sheep chasing down. Shiphtur's going to be around. So is WizFujiiN. It's going to be 1 kill picked up. Mikhail's shield comes through. Wow, look at all the shields.
4 vs 5, man. That was a 4 vs 5 engage from XDG. Trundle was in the top lane there. He just walked all the way down.
Now, that was a little bit more than they wanted to chew right there.
We said XDG's problem is closing out in the late game. Coast holding on here. They're still keeping hope alive.
All right, well, mid lane turret goes down. First one Coast has gotten in a while. 4-7 is the turret score. Mid lane still under siege.
20 seconds Baron as well. You gotta be careful. If somebody dies right here for Coast, it'll be a Baron for XDG. They don't want anyone to get caught.
All right, well, Baron's in 7 seconds. Sheep in 13 or so. It's a small timer right here. Coast, will they try to rush it down? It's a huge risk. But hey, you never know. They are down right now in this game.
Pillar down as well. Hook him in.
On to Benny. He does not have flash. He's got nowhere to go. Can he get the pillar down to keep himself alive? A lot more damage coming in. Shutdown comes in for Shiphtur. There's
they make
around the
another
side.
pick. This is Coast. They're trying to come back here. So close. 10K gold. That's all they got to make up.
No, Coast doesn't know the Dragon's available. They have almost no way of ever seeing that bottom side of the map. They aggro up Baron, a little bit of damage towards Xmithie.
They actually got decent vision back, so
yeah,
they've got a lot of wards down here.
They know that all of XDG went up towards that Baron pit. The route up was fully warded out. More poke on Baron. They're just preventing Xmithie from taking these wards out without taking damage back. Shiphtur still getting wave clear. 410 minions. We haven't watched Shiphtur much for a while, but he's got 3 offensive items. He's got the Farsight orb.
Yeah.
He's going towards the Lich Bane, so.
Oh yeah, that's looking good.
Damage coming through.
You know what's cool about getting that Scrying Orb on champions like Ziggs with the really long range? You can snipe people who think they're safe and they're recalling. You can find them with it. It's like, I get that sometimes on Nocturne. Caitlyn, we also saw it on.
We saw it, yeah, from WizFujiiN yesterday.
But really, you got to upgrade it to get the cooldown, and at that point, you have to have a lot of excess money to go for that.
Yeah,
I think he will be upgrading right now. I think he will be upgrading that soon, though. It does help a lot.
169 gold, though. He's got a ways to go for his Lich Bane. He's about 1,800 for that item, which I feel like is important. Oh, he just got it. So there you go. Next item, Farsight Orb. Maybe.
Lulu stealing away this blue here, waiting for the respawn. Come on, Mancloud.
Yeah. Here we go. More cash coming through
Oh,
the blue buff.
no! I got called out. It's been 40 minutes and inhibitor didn't go down. Damn.
You've lost your PI badge.
Look how close it was, though. That inhibitor is exposed.
Yeah.
It just wants to be destroyed.
ZionSpartan kills with the wards, though. Coast, they do get rid.
Does that mean I don't get my funny hat, Freak?
No, you don't get your funny hat. Sorry.
Hey, they're going for it now. They're trying to make up for it.
You said 40 minutes flat. Doesn't count. You're late by 35 seconds.
Uh-oh. They do see Nintendo, though. They know they're trying to flank. Coast they're still at a severe gold disadvantage. They don't want this fight.
ZionSpartan low. He's trying to get out. Can he kick someone into the fight, though? Low on health. There we go. Kick back Xmithie. The fight continuing. Sheep so tanky on the front lines. He just refuses to die. Man. These guys take so much damage to go down.
Benny can take this one, though. He's so beefy right now. Yeah, just one bite out of that sucker.
40 minutes,
It's
54
still 40
seconds.
minutes!
You said flat.
Oh, man, come on.
If you chose a 1 minute window to let you didn't.
I was being too bold with my call there, I guess.
Like, I'd give you like plus minus 10 seconds for free.
Damn, that is still pretty good, though.
I mean, that's,
all right. Well,
nope.
the inhibitor is down, so it makes it really hard for Coast now.
Yeah, it's true.
Are they going to go for a desperate Baron? I mean, there's a lot of wards here. That's very risky. However, they need to, at this point, they got to take risks.
The Sheep's recalled with home guard boots and boots of mobility. He's going to be there in like 14 seconds.
I don't actually think they should take this risk. They have a Farsight Orb. They can check this Baron.
It's a 2.5 minute cooldown.
The waves are, I know, the waves are pushing their side lanes, though, so rough decision for them to make at this moment. The bottom one killed off by the turret. Zion can annihilate that top one really quick. Just send Ziggs is a good choice, too. All right, Shiphtur.
All right, Shiphtur.
He's greedy. He's got giant CS numbers. He wants to get back at Mancloud. Take that award from him. Okay, Lulu bottom, so this is a 4-man Baron. Coast with a half-health jungler here in Nintendude.
Nintendude gets the pillar to the face. W goes. Oh, he flashes, but still gets slowed down. Not in a good spot. Takes the shield on. A lot of damage comes back, though. They trade maybe onto Sheep. They find one. They're going to find two. Coast turning this fight back around. Now Zuna going to chase 3 for 1. The hook on the Benny, but here comes Mancloud. He's going to turn one back around. The chase continues. Here comes ZionSpartan. Can he impress the teacher? Farsight Orb gets used.
Gets used.
Doesn't do much.
All right. Coast, they're able to answer 3 for 2. That's a pretty big deal for them. All right.
Oh, man.
They're making the call. 2 pink wards. That's a lot of auto attacks to waste.
Mancloud and
they get him out.
They kill the wards off. Mancloud and Benny both finish the recalls.
So yeah, this was Nintendo. He was still invisible when the pillar slowed him down, but then he activated W, and it allowed Sheep to see him to land his solar flare there. I don't know if he would have been able to just slowly walk out of range and stay invisible.
I don't think so.
Very risky, but either way, he did die in the end. However, Coast, great turnaround there. They get a Baron, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Yeah, they got the Baron.
Wow.
So they're really on the warpath here. They're coming back, and the gold lead has shrunk yet again. Oh, this game's getting more interesting here. Can I get a double or nothing on the next inhibitor?
2 funny hats?
I really want a funny hat.
Wait, at this point, hold on. What do I even get for winning, for like you losing the bet? Do I get a funny hat from you?
This is about me.
I'm winning currently. Like, you realize you can't double or nothing when you're behind.
Okay.
You haven't given me anything yet.
Okay, fine. What do you want?
A funny hat.
All right, fine. Dr. Seuss hat. It is.
Dr. Seuss hat. Here we go. Inhibitor timer. Plus or minus 30 seconds.
It's getting really hard now. I'm gonna go 48.
48 plus or minus 30.
That's pretty close, actually.
You know, there's a high track record of Shiphtur buying a Lich Bane and their
I
games
changed my
being
mind.
interesting.
I changed my mind. 50. 50.
50?
Yeah, 50.
Does the same in hip count, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
I changed it back. I changed it back. 48.
No.
I changed it back.
Oh my. Whatever. 48 plus minus 30. Is that your final answer? Would you like to phone a friend?
Yeah, I would. Chat! Where's Chat, please?
I knew you'd think of him first. How did I know? Ask XDG. Hey,
now,
when do you want me to hit next?
We have to set this premise here first.
Okay.
Is somebody going to get picked off? Because this is really the point in the game where picks are very important and a very high probability. Because look at the ward coverage has laxed a little bit.
True.
So definitely a very real possibility somebody getting caught out. The Baron looks like it has stalled out XDG. They don't feel confident running, even with this massive gold lead here.
Well, let's see. Benny, we're in his kingdom now. Keep that in mind. He's wearing the crown here. Guardian Angel going towards the Spirit Visage. So he's got an item and a half left to go. ZionSpartan did grab a Sight Stone, so Coast identifying partially they really want the Vision game to work for them. He's going to grab Sight Stone for the team to help them out. Here's Shiphtur going for Zonia's, I'm guessing, his last item. So a full offensive build here for Shiphtur. He's playing in the back lines pretty safely, only 2 deaths.
Yeah.
5, 1, and 3 for WizFujiiN. Honestly, we talked about Coast being solo lane focused, but their bottom lane one I think is super stepping up right now.
Yeah.
And it's going to be 5 offensive items for WizFujiiN as well. He's going for either a second Phantom Dance or a Static Shiv. Could be Trinity Force, but I would probably say double PD is most effective here.
And Zuna is getting a defensive item this time, I have to say. Already working on that cowl. So Sivir will have a little bit more survivability.
Nintendude, oh no.
Gets a punch to the back.
That was a little scary. His team was there.
That was a slap from Xmithie. Get back in line.
King of the jungle. Yeah, Sheep got 3 minions there. He's keeping it going. 81 CS on Leona. Most of that shared with the team.
Now, fighting away from a turret is actually good for XDG here. Again, though, they have not shown confidence in their team fight.
Yeah, I mean, Coast, honestly, they're just like playing to get level 18 and equalize the gold off their Baron buff. They haven't even tried to be very aggressive. Just trying to get the map control going. I mean, look at the Coast ward control. All scattered around the mid lane. There's like a giant, like, sideways L from the mid lane up towards Dragon, towards their blue buff. XDG, though, looking to control the top side of the map. Baron respawning in about 3 minutes here. As soon as Baron buff falls off, it's 3 minutes from then. So right around 50, the Baron respawn.
Another GA here. How many GAs? Only 2 so far. Both on XDG. Their tank line can revive. So they can easily go all in on Coast. Fight at something like an exposed inhibitor.
Uh-oh, we're going on to it.
I said 50, Freak.
You said 48.
No, I said 50.
You went back to 48. Don't even try this.
I said 50.
All right, you got 1 minute to get it right. Here we go, 47:30.
All right.
XDG.
Hey, they're pushing
down
up
the
mid.
Here we
Super
go.
fast here. Clear the minions.
They're in the minions.
They're
XDG
going
pushing
for
in
it.
Sheep. Has last hit another one. Quick recap, by the way, 1,300, 1,400-ish gold for Sheep's GP10. Around 1,100 for Daydreamin. So Sheep is slightly outgolding his opponent. But both earning well over $1,000. The mid lane. 47.50, 51, 52. XDG Sheep putting a ward over by the red buff.
It's not 50 minutes yet, Freak. Don't worry. All right, well...
The rest of Coast and crew.
Who's going to be the one to engage this team fight? Because
XDG,
with the Baron buff falling off, I mean, what does it really take for them to get their confidence back? I think that's got to be it.
They find ZionSpartan. He's going to get locked up, jumps away. He's going to survive.
Xmithie goes
deep into the back line. ZionSpartan will go down. Will they get Xmithie? Yes, they'll pop the GA, but Benny and Mancloud on the chase. WizFujiiN trying to run away. Huge damage from the culling. Pushes the team off 1 for 0.
They got one.
They're running away. Mancloud shows up. Damage. Huge. It's going to land onto his fusion. Yay!
Oh my God.
I get a hat from Kobe. XDG running up the mid lane. 38, 40 seconds in. Daydreamin not in a good spot to dive in. Down he goes. Zuna picks it up. The inhibitor's going to fall. 15 seconds too late, Kobe. Even 50 was wrong.
Well, Benny still has his GA, so they can get more out of this. Yeah, they're just going to tank up this turret here.
5v3, they push in the bottom lane under fire. Nintendo trying to defend. Can he keep Coast alive in this game? 49 minutes in. Mancloud, huge damage coming across. They're trying to defend. Zuna taking massive shots as well. The Q comes across. Almost picks up the kill. Coast trying to put the damage down. Inferno bombs up in 10 seconds.
He's got a far side of him. He can find him. Oh, what the heck?
He used the far side orb.
He gets wrong with both.
Ouch. Just like you, Kobe.
Oh! Oh my God, that was good. No, that was really good. So Xmithie, he has a GA, so that's why I really like his call to go super deep here. He's able to wait out the retreat from Coast because of the timer of his GA, and Benny also screening for him since he is a bro. He also has his own GA. Confident to stay in there. Really, really like that move from Xmithie to follow in, and he barely got off the Vi ulti to tag along there.
Yeah.
So.
The minute it happened, Pink wards dying again. Shiphtur lanterned in by Daydreamin. The teams both respawn. Exactly. Baron's up. Coast 2 sweepers. The cooldown is down for another minute and a half here, minute and a quarter for Shiphtur for his blue trinket. Gotta upgrade that. But he's got his Zonia's done, so full offensive build is done. He literally has to upgrade it. Now he's spent money on every other slot. All the way just sell boots for a Deathfire Grasp. Why not?
Because then he'll be slow, and his feet will be cold.
Aww. He'll use the fire of the grasp to keep him warm.
But it's death fire, freak. Death.
Doesn't change anything. ZionSpartan, WizFujiiN, the rest of the team still defending. Mid lane inhibitor is dead. They're going to try to kill these minions off and keep themselves alive. Honestly, the inhibs haven't been hurting Coast that bad. Nothing's been, honestly, that much claimed off the inhib deaths. Just been giving some gold to Coast. So
losing me hats is all it's been doing.
Yeah.
All right. It looks like Mancloud, after his second, maybe third blue buff seal by himself over there, going to return to the rest of the team. And yet again, we shall play the Vision Ward game around Baron.
Okay, Nintendude's about to get pillared in the back of the head. Jump in from Sheep. Not ideal. Ulti comes down on just him, but it's not going to matter. Can they go in on XDG? Nuh-uh. Sheep down to half HP, though. Got the worst end of the trade. Worth putting out Shiphtur.
Both sides pushing. Both side lanes pushing here, though.
Ooh, pushing in towards Coast. Not something that Coast wants right now. Gold, not as important as their base. Upgraded ward dropper there for WizFujiiN, helping the team with the vision game.
And WizFujiiN, we talked about Zuna going 6 offensive items. He actually is the one going 6 offensive items this game. So Lucian going to have to rely on his positioning to stay up.
Nintendude goes in. Ulti going to get popped out. A lot of AoE coming across. ZionSpartan in the back lines. Not going to find much. The pillar comes down. XDG going to run away from this one. Flash by Xmithie. Not going to help him catch Zion, though.
Good. I didn't think anything was going to happen there anyway.
Yeah. We're good. So it's about 2,000 gold on WizFujiiN right now, so we can get a Phantom Dancer.
Baron is getting massive deeps off.
Putting the damage on XDG. They got a good tank line, though. Honestly, XDG losing a good amount of health right here. Ziggs ulti halfway back up. Daydreamin goes in. Hook onto Sheep. Will they follow? He does. Puts the box down. Can he make it happen? Mancloud finds the kill. The shields come through. Xmithie into the back line. WizFujiiN doesn't have the damage. It's going to be rough. 1 kill comes across. Support for jungler. ZionSpartan, 380 damage crits from Zuna. Benny taking the damage. Zion jumps in. Nintendude. Q over. Oh,
he got him.
Goes down anyway, though. Mancloud making it work. 4 versus 3 on the map. Sheep is low. Mancloud on the chase.
Can he get the
slow? Gets the double kill. Huge by Mancloud. The duel against Shiphtur. The knockup. Shiphtur, can he win this fight? Sonya finds the kill on the Sheep. There goes Benny. WizFujiiN, can he win the fight? He's trying. He finds one. Can he get the rest? No, he can't. The team is dead. 40 seconds to go.
53 minutes. The next inhibitor is going to fall.
No, that doesn't count.
Go. All right, it's an ace for XDG. They're going to be shoving on these Nexus turrets, and they're going to finish this game.
If they can, there's 2 versus 0, and Benny's only so tanky.
2 versus 0 are pretty good odds, freak.
There's the minion wave going in for turret number 1, half HP. Daydreamin up in 6 seconds. Mancloud has the Lich Bane. 53.5. Looks like this could be the game. Just to make sure, we're going to call it out.
Daydreamin's up!
Find it.
Can he do it? Daydreamin!
What you got? Daydreamin goes for the flay. Gets what damage he can. Half HP. Mancloud taking the damages. Daydreamin looking for a hook. 1 hit to go. Nexus goes down. XDG takes it. Very long game. Wow. Woo. What a match.
Yeah.